If you're going through a traumatic experience, we hope you seek help, because we are, of course, not any type of professionals, and losing loved ones is hard, and we cannot understand your pain and many more things.
People let go of things not because they forget the pain. People let go of things because they don't want the wound to open up again and hurt them even more than the previous time.
Letting go is not something that you can do overnight, and if you're mature and educated enough about this topic, you would know how hard letting go is and how bad it hurts holding on to something that is governing your present and because of which you are suffering. It's hard, but what keeps us going is the drive to live in the present and not to let the past define us, who we are, our future, our present, not anything. Because you're not your past, you're you. You're above all of that and so much more. I was reading this somewhere, I don't remember. But letting go is also not just letting go of the past, it's also letting go of this idea of what your future should look like. But then I realized, okay, we have this idea of what our future is supposed to look like, and of course, that also helps us to, keep going forward. But we should remember that even if the future we imagined is not our future, but something better and something that's bringing us peace, nothing more than that matters. Nothing more than that matters. If you're happy with your loved ones, just you're happy, nothing more than that matters.
So letting go can be really hard when you are comfortable with your pain, your stress or your trauma, that whatever you are facing in your life, you're really comfortable with that and you don't want to move forward. And I totally understand why you are comfortable with it, because now you are afraid of, trying out new things or something like that. Or it can be anything, because at that point of time, nothing works. Whatever you listen to or whatever, if someone is giving you the advice, nothing works, because firstly, the other person which is giving you the advice don't know what you're going through exactly, and they will never know. So one thing that you can do in that situation is to first see if there is an option to solve it. If there is an option to solve it, please solve it. Otherwise, you have to let it go so that you can move forward in your life. I have listened to this podcast which has this one line which has stuck with me, which is joy is our birthright. So it's your right to feel joy, it's your right to feel happiness, your feelings are valid. I'm not neglecting your pain, your trauma, or saying that, oh, it's easy to overcome that, it's easy to let it go. No, it's not. It took me fucking 3 years to let go of something, and I'm still working, it's in the process. So it's not easy. It took me 3 years. It can took you more than that. It can took you 1 month. There is not a specific time to let go of things. It depends on the intensity of your trauma, or it depends on the intensity of your pain, or whatever you are stuck with. It depends on that and how valuable that thing is in your life. Because life is more beautiful than you think. It can be more beautiful. It can be more satisfying if you try to move forward. There is one of the best coping mechanism in the world, which is time. Time can heal you, and it's not that it depends on your recovery, it depends on your pace. Letting go is something which comes from inside, which comes from acceptance. So if you want to let go of things, how you can do it is by accepting what happened, by accepting is one of the most hardest thing, because it's ugly, but you have to, because it happened. Just ask yourself, is it worthy of my time? Is it worthy if I solve it? We just keep neglecting ourselves. So with letting go, you need to spend more time alone, because this is something that you can do with yourself. And with that, I know it's really hard to sit alone if you're an overthinker or something, but it's really important to just sit down and think about it. It's really freaky to me when I say ki just sit down and think about it, because you're already overthinking and now you have to replace your thoughts with more thoughts which gonna create a mess in your brain. You have to do it. Just accept it. It's okay if you can't move on, you can't forget, forgive, whatever you can't accept. It's totally okay. I think in that case, you need to seek help. Letting go sounds easy. As human beings, it's probably one of the hardest thing to just, say goodbye, and it takes courage to do so. But my love, you can't just keep holding on things that make you sad, right? If you do, the misery will build up in your heart and start running through your veins until it consumes you. And I think it's the worst thing that can happen to you. Don't let that happen to you. Have the strength to say goodbye to who or whatever you used to love or whatever happened to you.
And don't blame yourself for what happened with you in your past. You are at a different place. You are a different you. You're not the past you. I'm not the past Ishita. Tanya is not the past Tanya. She's the present Tanya, who's so much more stronger, more capable, beautiful, everything. Just everything. So as much as hard it is to move on, it is also important to live for yourself, for your present, and not letting your past define you. Because things happens in our lives so much that it can take us too much time to move on, and that's okay. Take as much time as you want to move on. But remember that you cannot let your present moment get spoiled because of what shit happened to you in your past. And that shit happened not because of you. Even if it happened because of you, it's okay. You couldn't do anything at that moment. That was what the best of you could do. And now, improve.
I know it's painful. I know it's hurting you so much. I know, and I'm really sorry, but you need to put some medicine on that wound and you need to heal it, because healing is a never ending process, and it goes on with your career, with your marriage, with you getting older, and with any relationship. And I think it's not about just stopping everything and healing. It's about doing stuff with the healing. Holding back, just please ask why. Ask why. Keep asking questions to yourself. Why I am not growing? Why? Just ask why. As you ask why to yourself and just keep digging in, you will get the root cause. And when you realize the root cause, it will be much easier to handle the situation, and your fucking brain, because it helped me. It's a practical thing. It's painful, but it's practical. Let's be honest. You can let go of things. I know you are stronger in. If you have been through so much, you can of course put some effort and let go of things. Just let it go. It's not you. It's not forever. It's not gonna last. Time heals everything. You will be healed. So time will change. Don't worry.